Hash from Super Videos, back for another video for The Walking Dead. So in this video we're going to be talking about some shocking yet exciting news for Walking Dead Season 9. So Angela Kang is going to be replacing Scott Gimple as the showrunner. So the showrunner has been replaced. Scott Gimple is out and Angela Kang is going to be basically taking over as the new showrunner come season 9 of Walking Dead. Now this is very shocking news. For me at least, it's something that I didn't think they would really do. I was against it. If you've kind of watched my latest videos and my discussions on the latest live stream we've had, you know where I stand on Scott Gimple being, fired or being replaced or whatever. However, things are not as simple as Angela Kang just replacing Scott Gimple, because it seems like they're going to basically replace Scott Gimple. However, they're going to make him the Chief Content Officer, and it's not just for Walking Dead but also Fear the Walking Dead. So he's going to be overseeing the world of The Walking Dead. Anything to do with The Walking Dead he's going to be overseeing, and his replacement is going to be Angela Kang. So this means that this has nothing to do with the petitions, with angry fans, with people wanting Scott Gimple out because of Carl's death and everything along those lines. This is strictly a long-term or futuristic kind of decision that they made. They will make Scott Gimple the one that oversees everything, and Angela Kang will just replace him from season 9 forward and be the one that makes the initial decisions. However, Scott Gimple will still have the power to make changes if he feels that what's being done is not right. So this basically means that what's going to happen has nothing to do with what fans have said and what they wanted and them wanting Scott Gimple fired. So the way I think about it, I was against him being replaced or fired or whatever. But at this point, I think this is a decision that's kind of the middle ground. He's not leaving for sure, but there's going to be a new face and maybe a new way of doing things. However, Scott Gimple still has the power to make sure that everything is running smoothly or consistently. So in my opinion, I think this is like a good common ground to have, not only with angry fans and trying to at least satisfy them a little bit, but also, long-term making sure that we don't have a huge change again, just like we did when the showrunner changed the first time. So great changes in my opinion. Now Angela Kang is no stranger to Walking Dead. She's been involved since 2011 and she's been kind of directing or being a part of many episodes prior. And by looking at some of the episodes she's directed or been involved in, I do see that she's been involved in a lot of slow-paced episodes, not necessarily bad episodes, but definitely slower-paced episodes, and even some episodes that can be referred to as bottle or filler episodes. So that does concern me a little bit. However, I'm going to stay positive and think of this change as good, not only that they're basically addressing fans not being really satisfied and trying to do things a little differently to try to improve the quality or make fans love the show again and basically reinvent the show in a way. But at the same time, they don't want to make a huge change and just fire Scott Gimple and basically have a situation where we had the first time the showrunner changed. So I do look at this as a positive change. Again, I wasn't a big fan of Scott Gimple being replaced because I do believe that he is a good showrunner. There's some great things he's done in the past, and I do believe that a few mistakes here and there shouldn't make fans just want him fired. And I definitely was in the boat of fans who wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, see what happens in the future, how he's going to basically justify Carl's death, and how he's going to improve the show going forward. However, some fans didn't believe in that, but I did. And the other aspect of it is that I believe that he should have the artistic freedom to be able to make bold decisions like that. And I feel like the new showrunner may not want to risk making those decisions because they don't want to get fired. So I think that overall, if we look at what happened here, it's positive, I would say. And I think that this is basically like a middle ground, which is great to see. Now, in terms of Angela Kang, again, we're going to have to wait and see for season 9 and basically what her mentality is and how she approaches things. We will know for sure in the first half of season 9 at the most whether this does work or not, and whether we like this new showrunner or not. That's just how it goes. But I am a bit concerned, to be honest, because the way I see it, some of the episodes she's been a part of are episodes that are filler episodes, slower paced episodes. So come season 9 with a new beginning and the introduction of the Whisperers, we're gonna get a new showrunner, and maybe that's not a bad thing, because in that story arc, for comic readers, you know what I mean, it's a fresh beginning. It's a new beginning. So maybe a new showrunner will reinvent the show and make it feel fresh. And maybe that's going to save The Walking Dead, because at this point, things are not looking that good. So at the end of the day, it seems like fans are getting what they wished for. However, the phrase, be careful what you wish for, definitely applies here. Because if this new showrunner is not a great showrunner and she does things very differently and it doesn't necessarily work, then are fans just going to come back and say fire her as well? Or are they going to give her a chance? So, that's what I was saying about replacing the showrunner will not necessarily be the best decision. But I want to know everybody's opinions. What do you think about this change, the showrunner being replaced and Scott Gimple no longer being the showrunner but being the chief content officer and overseeing the world of The Walking Dead? And what do you think about this new showrunner we're going to have for season 9 going forward, Angela Kang? That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.